welcome. I am Brianna and this is my life on paper, and I am back with Christy's Beautiful Life and her 30 days sketch series, 30 days of sketches. And I'm also doing Christmas in October. So my scrappy friend Mel from Australia invited me to play, and I said, I don't have any pictures. And she said, well, you can either do a layout and then leave it for your, have places for your photos at Christmas, or you can do a card, and you can do a card. I didn't get to the card. I'm sorry, Mel. So I'm doing a layout with today's sketch. Today's sketch is by Allison Davis. I love Allison Davis sketches. So thank you, Allison, for the sketch. It's an exclusive sketch to Christy's 30 days. And then thank you to Christy for putting this on. So I don't have any photos to show you, but I did start with some mixed media. I have this stencil that is supposed to look like a Christmas sweater. And I thought I had the, here it is. Sorry. I have a stencil to show you. It is by Photoplay. It's Tula and Norbert's Christmas Party. So it kind of looks like hearts too, but that's what I used. I used the Distress Oxide in Tumbled Glass. Then I have an older paper pack. Okay, so this is actually a Paper Studio, but it kind of goes with these, so I was happy to use it. So I cut these pieces out. This is a different paper pack. I don't have the name of it. I tore it apart. I'm so sorry. But I do like the colors. There's a lot of pink though. I'm not always doing, even though I have 3 girls, I don't always do pink, but there we go. So then the next thing I did was to figure out the the frames for the pictures. Sorry, my phone doesn't like to stay elevated. So these are the colors that I chose that coordinate. And you know what? I'm looking at this and I'm not wanting to put this on top, so we're going to go the other direction. But so I cut those out. We've got those. And then I have some pieces that I'm not exactly sure what collection it's from. I got it at Tuesday morning in a packet, and I don't have a name on it, and it could be that I tore the name off. And I have some bigger pieces too. So, but kind of to, for a lack of a better word, beef the whole thing up, I made some tags in other colors that'll match. This is like an involved sketch here today. The other thing that I would have done differently had I thought about it was make these pieces longer. I could totally cut them in half. You are not going to see that at all, obviously, with this all over the top or over the middle there. But I think I'm going to get away with not having to do that, because then I have to worry about lining them up top and bottom, right? And so because I want to make it easiest on myself, I'm going to leave them all in one piece. So I've got this going on. And the other thing is, I know the strips are kind of off to one side. I centered them. It's kind of just my preference. I don't really have a reason other than I do like symmetrical things. I have another tag, and these tags you know what I did? I'll tell you how I made these tags. I took an old piece of Close to My Heart paper and then I made 3 of them on the Cricut. And then all I did was made these 3x4, and then I just cut off the sides, and now I can do a tag in whatever color, and these I'll have for a different layout if I want, or I can use them as a template. So I'm going to sneak this underneath here. And then I have a couple of different colored papers that I cut to just put a little bit more interest in here. I'm not exactly sure how these are going to lay, but they're going to kind of tuck in like that. And from there, it's laying down these pieces. So I took the bigger pieces, and this is where I run out of room. These might have to get cut, so you're not going to see the fishtails on either side. But I just took the bigger pieces out of the pack, and it's just going to be a matter of layering them. so that we can see all these this lovely extras in here without covering anything up. And I want to, you know, just look at how small my pictures are going to get out too. I want to leave these mats kind of open. When I glue as well, I'll glue on the top so that I can tuck those pictures underneath. Boy, I didn't think I was going to put the pink next to the pink either. All right, we got to move it. The pink looks fine next to the pink, but it sits better with me if we put the blue in the middle as far as the mats. Those could have been all the same color really, but I wanted to bring a little bit different colors in there. So we got the fa la 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 la. And then we'll bring these back. I kind of like how those laid out, going different directions. And we have some trees. And I saved some back for, you know, so that I didn't want to, I could have layered them all on this one, but I didn't want to use up all the pieces. So I saved some back for another layout. And enough that makes sense. You know, I want some bigger pieces, some little pieces on a different layout so that the other layout doesn't look bare. Okay, so then it says long title. Christmas is my long title. That's going to lay down there. And then I just have some more pieces, and I might not use these all, but they're going to tuck over here. And I know some people have more of a hard time with the white around the die cut. I don't have that issue, so I'm good with the white area. I want to put a bow on each one. There's a little bit of yellow, which should probably go up here because I don't see any yellow up here. Here's another bow. We've got a pink over there. Let's put a blue over there. And then a couple more flowers. Maybe some red to this side. Oh, and I also have several candy canes. So we'll put the red candy cane over there. Let's do a pink one down here and maybe a blue one over here. And I don't know, I think I'm gonna get rid of this red one over here and put this red one over there. Oh, and there was another bow. And like I usually do, I'll move things around as I go off camera, but this is just an approximate of how it might look. So, yeah, there's my, I guess it's almost like two big clusters when I'm looking at like a visual triangle, which might, you know, not be what everybody's shooting for, but we've got one kind of here. Even though these are two big ones, the way they're formed, I'm kind of looking at them as two separate ones. So I'm making sure there's a little bit of, there's a red flower there, there's a red flower there, there's a red flower there, and that makes a triangle. So I'm making sure that each color is in each corner. I see I don't have a yellow thing, so if I can find a yellow thing in my stash, and if I have a punch, I could do that too. So, all right, hold tight. I will be right back with the finished layout. Welcome back. Here's the completed layout, and you will notice it is different, as happens a lot, right? So I did end up cutting all these fishtail pieces apart. I have a Fisker's ruler, and it's really easy to line up the pieces then. It's got not only the regular like you would have in a ruler, but also the grid going this way so that I could get even spacing in between. So that was really easy. And it gave me a little bit of wiggle room or play in that my tags could come down further this way. Things could come up further this way. What was really bothering me and what led me to finally decide to do that was all these pieces were coming and hanging down over the photo, and I don't know the photo I'm going to use, and so it might be only a very particular photo if these were really overlapping. It also allowed me then, or with playing around and moving things, I kind of did a cluster here, a cluster here, and then I have the tag with the border strips in there. I took 2 different colored of cardstock. You'll see there. One's a pattern paper, one's a cardstock. And this is a Martha Stewart punch, and I used that in there. I had realized I have quite a few border punches. I like them in addition to my Cricut. They're easy to use. And I don't know that I've picked one up at all during these 30 days of sketches. So I wanted to make sure I used them at least one, if not more, moving forward the rest of the month. So, so there's that. And then I used that die cup kind of to cover the tag hole there. And I lined up these over here. And this stayed similar. I got my colors the way I wanted it. There's a little kind of a mini cluster above the fa la 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 la. Here's my cluster down here. I move things around just a little bit. I still have my red flower. I have my bow in each of the spots here. I used Christmas, and when I was looking at what I had done before, it was above the tags. But again, with the way everything was laying out, now I didn't want to go above because, again, it would be over the photos. So I kind of went in between the tag holes there and did it that way. So there is my completed layout. I will list to everybody who's playing along with the Christmas in October. Down below, you'll see the playlist for the 30 days of sketches. There's close to 500 videos down there, if not 500. So lots of inspiration. Don't get too overwhelmed, but all you have to do is hit play on one of the videos and it'll just keep going to the next one. So, all right, guys, leave me a comment below with any questions you might have. I so appreciate each and every one of you. This is so fun. I am a couple days behind. I'll be getting caught up in the next couple of days. I do want to do each one of the days of the 31 days this month. So, all right. I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow, and I hope you get some scrapping done. Have a fabulous day.